India is a country with one of the largest populations in the world and is considered to be the origin of Kama Sutra. The flip side of all of this is that the majority of India is still a very regressive and conservative part of the world. And a true testament to this statement is the Censor Board of India that finds every scene in a movie vulgar, offensive, or too sexual. Some movies just go through cuts, but some get banned. So here is Tried&Refused Productions with top 8 banned Bollywood movies. Number 8 goes to PARZANIA. The movie, which is co-written and directed by Rahul Dholakia, stars Nasruddin Shah and Sarika in lead roles. The film is inspired by the true story of a 10-year-old Parsi boy. Azhar Modi played in the film as Parzan Pitawala, who disappeared after the 28th February 2002 Gulbarg Society massacre during the communal riots in Gujarat in 2002, during which 69 people were killed. The film traces the journey of the Pitawala family while trying to locate their missing son. Because the film was about the communal riots in Gujarat, the film was purposefully not released there, as the cinema owners refused to screen it, fearing backlash. Number 7 goes to Inshallah Football. It is a documentary film by Ashwin Kumar about an aspiring footballer who was denied the right to travel abroad, on the pretext that the father was a militant in the 1990s. The film was shot by Kumar himself using 5 different camera formats. Tehelka magazine said that there is a rough, almost unpolished feel to Inshallah Football. This film has faced considerable difficulties in getting the necessary censor certificate, without which it cannot be shown publicly in India. The main stumbling block appears to be the content of the film itself, since it deals with the sensitive and highly political subject of how the Indian armed forces have conducted themselves in Kashmir. Number 6 goes to KAMASUTRA-A Tale of Love. KAMASUTRA-A Tale of Love is a 1996 Indian English language historical fiction romance film co-written, co-produced and directed by Meera Nair. The movie stars Naveen Andrews, Sarita Chaudhary, Indra Verma and Rekha in lead roles. This Meera Nair movie, which depicted the lives of 4 lovers in the 16th century in India, received a lot of praise from the critics, but the censor board was not a fan of this movie, slating it as explicit, unethical and immoral. It is quite hypocritical of India to ban a movie about the Kama Sutra, as the origin of Kama Sutra is from this country. Number 5 goes to Water. Water is a 2005 Indo-Canadian film written and directed by Deepa Mehta with screenplay by Anurag Kashyap. It is set in 1938 and explores the lives of widows at an ashram in Varanasi and focused on controversial topics like misogyny and ostracism. The film is also the third and final installment of Mehta's Elements trilogy. The film stars Seema Biswas, Lisa Ray and John Abraham in pivotal roles. The day before filming of Water was due to begin, the crew was informed that there were complications with their location permits for filming. The following day, they learned that 2,000 protesters had stormed the Ghats, destroying and burning the main film set. Resulting tensions and economic setbacks led to several years of struggle, as Mehta was eventually forced to film Water in Sri Lanka rather than India. Talk about so many hurdles that Deepa Mehta had to face just in order to release Water. Number 4 goes to PAANCH. PAANCH is an unreleased Indian crime thriller film written and directed by Anurag Kashyap and starring K.K. Menon, Aditya Srivastav and Vijay Maurya. The film is loosely based on the 1976-77 Joshi Abhyankar serial murders in Pune. The film never got a theatrical or home video release. The Central Board of Film Certification objected to the film's violence, the depiction of drug abuse, and bad language. After some cuts, the film was cleared in 2001. However, it could not be released as the producers faced major setbacks. Such a shame that we could not see PAANCH in the theatres. Number 3 goes to Black Friday. Black Friday is a 2007 Indian crime film written and directed by Anurag Kashyap, based on the book Black Friday, the true story of the Bombay bomb blasts, a book by Hussain Zaidi, about the 1993 Bombay blasts. The film starred K.K. Menon, Pawan Malhotra and Aditya Srivastav. The film was so controversial that the Indian Censor Board did not allow it to be released in India for 3 years and was finally released on 9th February 2007 after Supreme Court of India allowed it following the verdict of the 93 Bombay Blast case. Imagine the amount of time that a creator had to wait just for his movie to reach the theatres. Number 2 goes to Bandit Queen. Bandit Queen is a 1994 Indian biographical film based on the life of Phulan Devi, as covered in the book India's Bandit Queen, The True Story of Phulan Devi by the Indian author Mala Sen. It was directed by Shekhar Kapoor and starred Seema Biswas as the title character. Bandit Queen was straight up offensive, vulgar, indecent, and almost laughed at the cinematic conservatism of the Indian Censor Board. It was banned due to its explicit sexual content, nudity, and abusive language, which the Censor Board could not obviously digest. Before we discuss the number 1 position, here are some movies that did not make the list.
Come on यार, ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, टांग ही अटक रही है यार, हो सकता है जरा।
यो अपने पास्कल एंथनी भाई का बेटा। अब एंथनी भाई तो भाग गए दुबई।
Number 1 goes to Fire. Fire is a 1996 Indian-Canadian romantic drama film written and directed by Deepa Mehta and starring Shabana Azmi and Nandita Das. It is the first installment of Mehta's Elements trilogy. It is succeeded by Earth and Water. The film is loosely based on Ismat Chugtal's 1942 love story Le Havre. It was one of the first mainstream films in India to explicitly show homosexual relationships. After its 1998 release in India, certain groups staged several protests, setting off a flurry of public dialogue around issues such as homosexuality and freedom of speech. The movie was passed uncut by India's Censor Board in May 1998 with a rating of adult, the only condition being that the character of Sita's name be changed to Neeta. The film was first screened on 13 November 1998 and ran to full houses in most metropolitan cities throughout India for almost 3 weeks. On 2nd December, more than 200 Shiv Sainiks stormed a Cinemax theatre in suburban Goregaon in Mumbai, smashing glass panes, burning posters, and shouting slogans. They compelled managers to refund tickets to moviegoers. On 4th December, the film was referred back to the Censor Board for re-examination. The Indian government was criticized for siding with the vandals. Imagine the amount of problems that this piece of art had to go through. And that was the list, guys. Write it down in the comments below if there were some movies that we missed out on, and give us some recommendations on what are the kind of videos that you want to look out for in the future. Please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.